the MMA Wiz Kid, where a kid calls to fight before the pros do. I'm Brody.
And I'm Dad, the co-host. I'm really just along for the ride and to ask questions. Brody's the whiz of this show. He knows all the stats, all the fights, and he's ready to bring to you the action that's coming up this weekend.
Today's topic is UFC Fight Night Paris.
Brody, first things first. People see a 10-year-old talking about UFC and they're like, alright, what's the deal here? So Brody, how did you get into watching UFC?
Well, I've known the fighting game as long as I can remember, really.
Is that because we watched it every single weekend?
Yep, every single weekend.
In full transparency, I'm a big fight fan, and I didn't realize that my son would overtake me at probably 6 years old when he really started falling in love with it. Check this video out to see when Brody was 1.5 years old, copying Bruce Buffer.
It's time!
So that was just the beginning of Brody's fight night journey. Little did I know, Brody had been behind the scenes studying these fighters, learning their traits, learning their matchups, who they've fought in the past. And so the purpose of this show is for Brody to highlight his thoughts, his reactions, and this is what Brody wants to do when he gets older. He wants to be an MMA commentator and share with you guys the things that he loves most about the fight game. So tonight, we're talking about UFC Fight Night Paris. Brody, give us your take on your top 3 fights for tonight's card.
I have to say the main event, the co-main event.
Okay. And then you got a couple of people that you know personally
Yes.
that are fighting in the fight card too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the main event. Main event is between who?
Nassourdine Imavov and Caio Borralho.
So this is a huge fight.
Yeah.
What are the implications for this fight? Is it a #1 contender fight, or what do you think?
I wouldn't fully say that because there's a future middleweight main event between Reinier de Ridder and Alexander Fluffy Hernandez.
Ooh, so you're saying that the best of these 2 fights is probably going to get the #1 contender shot.
Yes.
Okay. Now, obviously this fight is huge.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen between Imavov and Borralho?
I'd say it's Caio Borralho
Oh yeah? Tell me more.
because Nassourdine Imavov is weak on the bottom position. Like, look back when he fought Brendan Allen in the first round. He was taken down in the first round in like 30 seconds or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then he couldn't get up until the second round.
But his striking is good though, so if he can prevent it from getting to the ground,
Yes.
do you think he has a chance there?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you look back when Caio Borralho fought Mikhail Ovashchev, Mikhail was just striking him non-stop. He was winning. But then somehow Caio Borralho found a way to submit Mikhail Ovashchev.
What did he submit him by?
It was rear naked choke.
Wow. So then you got Fluffy Hernandez, who's a big time wrestler. And who's the champion now in this division?
Khamzat Chimaev.
Okay. He just beat who?
Dricus Duplessis, unanimous decision. 50-44, 50-44, and 50-44.
Wow. So dominated.
Yes.
And he's a heavy wrestling style.
Yes.
So when you see these top 4 guys in this division now, who do you think has the best chance at giving Khamzat difficulty?
I'd say it's either Reinier de Ridder or Alexander Hernandez to be the biggest problem to Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, because of their ground game, because of their...
And Caio Borralho.
Okay, so based on your opinion, you're thinking that it's going to be one of these guys with a really good ground game that's going to be able to give Khamzat a little difficulty, right?
Yes.
Do you think anybody can truly give Khamzat problems, though?
We don't really know yet. Well, we'll answer that later in the show.
So that was our main event, Imavov and Borralho. So next, let's talk about the co-main. Who's that between?
Benoit Saint Denis versus Mauricio Rufy.
Ooh, who do you like in that matchup?
Mauricio Rufy.
But come on, Ben is an animal. Can Mauricio keep him off of him enough so that he can do his striking like he wants to do?
I mean, I'd say it's pretty even between themselves when you look at their most recent fights.
Okay, who do they fight?
They both always want to get their opponents to the edge of the cage so they can finish them off.
So it's going to be who's gotten the best control in the octagon, who is pushing the other one back is going to be the one, in your opinion, that's going to dominate?
I'd say Mauricio Rufy.
Ooh, you heard it here. The Wiz Kid has a prediction saying that Rufy is going to be the one that takes this one over. What would you say, Mr. Wiz Kid?
Yes.
What are Benoit's strengths?
I'd say being on top position on the ground.
Okay.
On the bottom position, he's not the very best.
How do you say that?
Because when you look back when he fought Renato Moicano last year in Paris, in the first round, Renato just took him down. He could not really get up.
Yeah. It was a dominant performance on Moicano's part, but you're right. He was on his back. Let's pivot over to Rufy, though. Now, he's a dominant striker. What do you think about him?
When you think about when he last fought King Green, he pushed him back. He was making him go back to the edge of the cage. And then all of a sudden, 1, 2, and then spinning wheel kick. Knockout.
Went unconscious, right? He went out.
It was like only 30 seconds.
But now he has some styles that I think earlier, before we got on here, you were telling me he reminded you of somebody.
Conor McGregor.
Ooh, tell me why you say that.
Well, basically, the beard,
Okay.
the style.
Okay.
Like when he tries to throw punches, he does the McGregor style.
Yeah, he does. But if I'm not mistaken, he's also got a great ground game, too, that he hasn't really had to show a lot, right? Okay, so that could be a big test. We'll see how good his ground game is, right, when he's going against Benoit. I imagine, based off of both of their styles, Benoit's going to want to take it to the ground and be on top position, and Rufy's going to be wanting to keep a distance, get him close to the cage, and dominate and strike.
Well, they're both going to want to do that.
Yeah.
So I think the first round they're going to be kind of reading each other, and then the second round they truly go for each other.
Who do you think gets the win in this fight?
Rufy.
Rufy. By what?
Is he a second round knockout or third round knockout?
Ooh, so knockout. Do you think it's going to be by strikes or another head kick or what?
Ooh, that's going to be hard to determine.
Yeah, I guess only time will tell, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's the top 2 fights. Now our third fight is Paul Craig and...
Modestas Bukauskas.
Ooh, that's a big fight. What weight class is this fight at? Paul Craig has fought at 85 and 205 lately.
Yeah, he's had a rough time at middleweight, and his last fight at light heavyweight didn't go so well due to no contest against Rodolfo Beledo.
Okay, and then what about Bukauskas? Now, Bukauskas was in the UFC, he left the UFC, now he's back in the UFC.
Yep.
And is he on a run right now, or is he coming off a loss as well?
It seemed like everybody thought, and I thought that he lost to Ian Cutelaba.
Oh, but that's the one that they gave the decision to him.
Yes.
That's right. So now him and Paul Craig are going at it. What do you think about this fight? Bukauskas is a big-time striker.
Yes.
He's a very heavy-handed guy, big kicks. And then you got Paul Craig. He's going to want to get on his back, and he wants you to come to his ground all the time, right?
Yep.
Talk about Paul Craig's victories. Who has he won by, and how has he won?
He's beat some notable champions. To name a few, Jamal Hill.
Ooh, he beat... Is that the one he broke his arm?
Oh, man. Have you seen that? I don't recommend that you would want to see that decision.
That's the gory one where his arm's just flopping?
No. His bones are right at his skin right here. They're out of place.
Okay. So we've seen Paul Craig have some dominant performances, but then not so dominant performances.
Like when he fought Bo Nickel.
Oh, that's true. That's one of his more recent ones, right? So, based on this fight, who do you think has the edge between Bukauskas and Paul Craig?
I actually say it's Paul Craig getting the win by armbar.
Oh, he's going to get a submission.
Or decision. Submission or decision.
Okay, and then let's talk about Bukauskas, though, because Bukauskas is coming off of a win, right?
Yeah.
Tell me more. What do you mean by that?
They said it was split decision, but it should have been Ian Cutelaba.
Oh, that's the one that Ian Cutelaba, everybody felt like won. But Bukauskas got the decision.
Yep.
So technically both of these guys are coming off of a not so good win or loss.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so those are our top 3 fights. So also on this card you have a couple of people that you know that you're super excited about, right? Number 1 is Trey Waters out of Jacksonville, right? Out of our hometown. Tell us about Trey and tell us about this fight and who he's fighting against.
He's fighting against Sam Patterson, which may be his biggest test yet. They're almost identical in aesthetics, with length, weight, and height.
So they're both about the same height. They're both super tall for the division, right?
Yes.
Aren't they the tallest guys in the division?
Possibly.
And then Trey's record is what?
9-1-0.
Okay, so he's only got 1 loss.
Yep.
And he was a champion in what?
LFA.
Okay, he was LFA champion. He's been in the UFC for how many fights now?
This is going to be his 3rd fight.
Okay, he's on a 2-fight winning streak?
Yep.
Okay. He lost to somebody in the Contender, is that what it was?
Yep, in Contender Series to Gabriel Bonfim,
Ooh.
who now just beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Wow. So that loss doesn't look so bad for Trey after all. And it was a close fight, right?
Until the Gilly.
Until the Gilly.
Don't be silly, jump the Gilly.
Who says that?
Poirier.
Yeah, that's a Dustin Poirier quote. So now he's fighting Sam Patterson. What's his record?
13-2-1.
And now he's had a couple losses in the UFC.
Yes.
But he's also had some big wins in the UFC.
Yes.
What do you think the difference is going to be in this fight?
I mean, there's not really that big of a difference other than Sam Patterson with his wrestling game.
Okay, he's got a jiu-jitsu game.
Yes.
And then Trey is dominant at what?
Striking.
Okay. What's going to be the key to victory? And who do you think is going to win this fight?
I think it's going to be the hometown boy, Trey Waters.
Ooh, come on, Trey.
Come on, Trey, you can do it. I think they're both going to be reading each other because of their length. But then in the second round, I think they're both going to be trying to really go for it.
Yeah, I feel like Sam Patterson might get a little impatient.
Yes.
But I think Trey's going to have a lot of patience in this fight. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
And then Sam Patterson's probably going to try and engage in some striking that he shouldn't.
Yes.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because he's going to be trying to go for some takedowns, but I wouldn't, Sam. I wouldn't.
Now, Sam keeps his chin very high.
Oh, and yeah, his arms aren't always the highest.
Right. And so Trey's got a way of putting people out if they expose that chin. And so I think all it's going to take is
A little bit of patience for Trey, really.
okay. And then Sam's going to expose himself, and then Trey's going to pow, pow, knock him out.
Yeah.
Okay. So your prediction for that fight is Trey
Yes.
by knockout?
I'd say knockout in the third. I'd say Sam Patterson is probably going to get very impatient in the third round if he doesn't win the first or second round. So he's going to be trying to go for takedowns. And if he's not careful when he's going for a takedown,
Boom.
pow!
Uppercut or a knee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that'll be night-night for Sam Patterson.
Night-night.
So Trey, who is a near and dear friend of Brody's,
Yes.
is on this card, so he's super excited about that. But you also have another friend on this card. Who's that?
Brad Tavares.
Ooh, now talk about Brad a little bit.
I mean, Brad's had some wins. He's had some big fights against names like Yoel Romero, Israel Adesanya, Chris Weidman, and Robert Whitaker.
Wow. And then he's got some big wins lately, and then he's also got some records in the UFC,
Yes.
right? What are his records?
He has the most fight time in UFC middleweight history,
Wow.
passing Michael Bisping in his last fight.
Ooh. And now, who did he fight in his last fight?
Jared Mearshard, and he won by unanimous decision.
Who did he fight before that?
He fought Young Sung Park.
Oh, that's the one he got
lost
beat,
by
right?
unanimous decision.
And then before that, who did he fight?
Gregory Rodriguez, TKO second round on UFC Fight Night Hermanson versus Pfeiffer.
Oh, Gregor. And what about before that one?
He fought Chris Weidman at UFC 292, Sterling versus O'Malley.
How did he beat him?
He beat him unanimous decision.
What about before that?
He fought Bruno Silva and lost by second round TKO.
Okay.
His record's not squeaky clean, but he's very good in his boxing. Like in his last fight when he fought Jared Mearshart, he was very patient.
Yeah. So now, who is Brad fighting?
He will be facing Robert Brycecheck tomorrow night.
All right, so talk to me about this Robert Brycecheck. What about him? What's his record?
He's 17-6 and 0-1 in the UFC,
Okay.
coming off a loss to Ihor Potteria.
So what do you think the strengths for Brad are in this fight? And I got a feeling you're going to pick Brad to win, but what do you think it's going to take for him to get that win?
I think it's going to take him patience again.
Okay.
He's got to be able to read him. He's got to be able to control him, and he's got to be able to punch him or knock him out.
Okay. So is this going to go to the decision, or is this going to end early?
I'd say it's probably going to the decision for Brad.
Okay.
I'd say that Brad would get the decision.
Okay. Big decision for Brad. Let's go, Brad.
Come on, Brad.
All right. Next, we're going to do Fun Fact with the Wiz Kid. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right. Top 3 fights of all time
Okay.
for Brody.
Number 3, I'd say Lawler versus McDonald 2.
Ooh, that was a 5-round war, if I remember correctly.
5th round TKO by Robbie Lawler.
Ooh, oh, that's the one. Robbie's lip was split. He shattered Rory's nose. That was a war. Great fight. Great pick. All right,
Yes.
what's your number 2?
It would be Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. 5-round war.
Yeah, that was a war. But that was domination, too.
It should have been 10 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, it could have gone that way. It seemed like Max could deliver the damage and Calvin could have absorbed it, too, right? And then what's your number 1 then?
The number 1 would be John Jones versus Daniel Cormier for my number 1.
Ooh, which one? The one that DC got head kick knocked out, or the first one? That was a pretty good war that could have gone either way.
I'd say it's the first one.
Yeah, that was a war. Those are all 3 pretty good wars, I'd say. Yeah?
Yeah. Hey.
Who is your guaranteed winner on this fight card?
My guaranteed winner would be Caio Borralho.
Ooh.
If he gets a big enough statement win, he could fight for the title against Hamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, you heard it here. The Wiz Kid's pick is Borralho with a statement win. All right, so that's the lock. All right, and now who is the biggest underdog watch that you have for this card?
I'd say it's going to be Paul Craig by armbar against Modestas Bukauskas.
Ooh, so that's the underdog watch. You heard it here. The Wiz Kid's picking Paul Craig. Make sure you check your picks. And also, if you have some fight picks that you think are going to happen, make sure you put them in the comments because we'd love to see that too and see if you can beat the Wiz Kid in this week's episode. Now it's time for the lightning round with the Wiz Kid. We're going to go through some picks and we're going to see who Brody says is going to get this win. Lightning round. This is fast. Hold on to your horses, folks, because this might get crazy. All right, number 1. Balaji Oki versus Mason Jones. Who you got?
I'd have to say it's Mason Jones.
Ooh, so you got Mason Jones beating the Belgian.
I'd say third round TKO.
Wow, that's a big fight. There you go. You heard it now. Mason Jones. All right, what about Axel Sola versus Reese McKee?
I'd say it's the Frenchman, Axel Sola.
Ooh, okay. Patricio Pitbull versus Lucine Kita. What you got?
I'd say it's Patricio Pitbull.
Ooh.
Even though Lucine Kita is on a 5-fight win streak, I'd say it's Patricio Pitbull because Lucine Kita, we all know what happens to these guys from other organizations making their debut. Like when you look at Patricio himself, he lost to Yair at 314.
Yeah,
No.
so the lights can be big. It can make you very uncomfortable in there, I'm sure. Lots of pressure.
And Patchy Mix.
That's true.
He fought Mario Bautista.
So you think Pitbull's going to take that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Next we got William Gomes versus Robert Ruchala.
I'd say Gomes TKO.
Okay. Umar Sy versus Brinson Rubiero.
Ooh, that's a nice matchup. I'd have to say it's Umar Sy.
Ooh, is that going to be a knockout? How do you think that one's going to end?
It's probably a knockout.
Okay.
But because when you look at Brendan Ribeiro in his last fight, when he got knocked out by Azamat Mrazakana.
So you think his chin might have already gotten tested and now it's just going to happen again?
Yes.
Okay. Next. Heavyweights. Marcin Tavura versus Ante Delija.
I'd say it's Tybura decision.
Now you think these guys are going to slug it out to the end or how do you think this one's going to go?
I'll say it's going to play out however it plays out.
Well, that's a good analysis. How about Harry Hardwick versus Cal Fernandez?
Man, Harry Hardwick's taking this on short notice since Ferris Diem backed out of the fight.
Okay.
I'd say it's Caio Fernandez.
Okay. All right. We already did Sam Patterson, Trey Waters. You said...
Trey Waters.
Okay, we did Brad Tavares, Robert Brycecheck. You said...
Brad Tavares.
All right, last fight is Shauna Bannon versus Sam Hughes. Who you got?
I got Shauna Bannon. I mean, they're both coming off 2-fight win streaks, but I think Shauna Bannon's going to break Sam Hughes' 2-fight winning streak.
Okay. There you go. You heard it now. The Wiz Kid is giving you live predictions. Make sure you put in the comments anybody that you think's going to win, and let's see how you match up with the Wiz Kid.
That's it for today's episode of the MMA Wiz Kid, where a kid calls the fight before the pros do.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any fight breakdowns that Brody gives to you next.
We'll see you after the fights. God bless.